Live from WTKR News 3, your news at 11 starts right now.
Severe storms strike Hampton Roads. A Chesapeake church ripped apart during what might have been a tornado. Tonight, News 3 takes a closer look at the damage.
Hail, heavy rain, and gusty winds pound area neighborhoods, leaving many homes right in the path of the storms. Tonight, many families now without a place to sleep.
And we speak with a woman who describes the terrifying moment the storm tears through her neighborhood. Good evening and welcome to News 3 at 10 o'clock, or rather at 11 o'clock. I'm Beverly Kidd.
And I'm Todd Carrillo in for Kurt Williams tonight. Intense storms strike our region, leaving 50 Virginia Beach homes damaged, 12 of them condemned tonight.
That's right, and tonight we are on the ground bringing you team coverage of this devastating storm. News 3's Anthony Sabella in Chesapeake, Margaret Kavanaugh bringing you the very latest from Virginia Beach.
But first, let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rocky in the Elephant Insurance First Warning Weather Center. And Patrick, we're still under a flash flood warning.
That's right, Todd. We do have that flash flood warning in effect for the south side of Hampton Roads, but only for about the next 15 minutes or so. And things are much calmer than they were earlier today. Take a look at this. This was in Suffolk around Whaleyville Road, one of a number of tornadoes that we had tonight. The folks at the National Weather Service will be out and about tomorrow. And the question won't be if we had tornadoes, it will be how many different tornadoes crossed our region. Take a look at this severe thunderstorm making its way through Ahoskie. This shelf cloud here, this is from Lindsay. Again, things much calmer than they were just a couple of hours ago. Right now on first warning radar, we still have a little bit of wet weather across Hampton Roads, still have a couple of storms across northeastern North Carolina. This is our flood warning, that flash flood warning that's in effect for the south side of Hampton Roads. And again, we still have a little bit of wet weather that's falling right now, but nothing like the blinding heavy rain that we had earlier today. Still a few storms right now on the central and southern Outer Banks right now, moving across the Pamlico Sound. So we have wet weather, say from around Duck all the way down to just to the south of Oregon Inlet around the Pea Island Refuge here. But that continues to move off to the east, and things will be drying out as we head over the next couple of hours. Checking in with our folks on the peninsulas, we haven't talked a lot about you tonight, and that's good news for you. You did not have to deal with the severe weather. There were some showers, were some thunderstorms, even still a few heavy downpours making their way through the Exmoor area right now. But again, over the next couple of hours, all this is going to be moving out, and we are going to be drying out as we head toward tomorrow morning. And you see that here with our forecast, with the time up here at the top of the screen. There goes the wet weather. There will be a few clouds when you wake up tomorrow morning. We'll call it a mixture of clouds and sunshine as we kick off your Saturday, but we expect to see the sunshine and not the storms that we had today. So all this wet weather moving out, the showers ending, clouds and sunshine to start the day. Fairly mild with temperatures around 53 to kick off your Saturday. We're going to have the rest of the weekend forecast and unfortunately tell you about the possibility of more showers and maybe more thunderstorms in our first warning 7-day forecast just ahead.
You've been helping us tell the weather story all night long. Pictures and video pouring into our newsroom. This is video of heavy rain and wind from Columbus Street in Town Center in Virginia Beach.
And check this out. Hail dropped down in the Greenbrier section of Chesapeake. You could see it coming down pretty heavy in one of the backyards of a viewer.
And if you're going to want to look at your screens for this one, a News 3 viewer sent us this video of intense lightning and what looks like a tornado. This is in Virginia Beach. You can see how close it comes to this person's home.
And right now, our team coverage continues in Chesapeake. A church destroyed tonight by the severe storm. News 3 first brought you this story on air earlier tonight.
News 3's Anthony Sabella joins us live from the church parking lot on Centerville Turnpike. So, Anthony, what's the damage look like?
Hey, Bev. Hey, Todd. Yeah, we're here in the parking lot of Real Life Church, as you said, on Centerville Turnpike. And I want to show you behind me what this damage looks like. As you can see, a good portion of the right side of the building to the right of the main entrance is completely collapsed to the ground. And so that's a huge disappointment for church members here. And I want to show you this as well in the parking lot. This light pole also completely knocked to the ground by those windy conditions earlier today. There's another light pole I can tell you on the other side of the lot that's in a very similar place. But firefighters tell me that fortunately nobody was inside the building when that portion of it collapsed, and that's what church members tell me is the most important.
Well, it's a mess and it's hard, but you know, we're gonna get through this. God's gonna bless us through this, and we're just going to continue on. It's just a stumble block.
Now, firefighters tell me they got the call about 20 after 6 tonight on reports that the fire alarm inside the building was going off. Obviously, when they arrived on scene, they saw that it was a whole lot more going on out here. Again, a very large portion of the building completely collapsed to the ground to the right of the main entrance here. There was also debris scattered all across the parking lot, wrapped around trees, wrapped around the sign at the entranceway here. Debris also flew across the street and knocked down power lines over there. So a huge mess here. Now I'm told this church began several years ago in somebody's house and then eventually was held in schools, and then eventually they were able to build this building. So just devastating for the members here tonight who now are forced to rebuild.
Contact the insurance company. They're going to get back to us tomorrow. A couple of our people are going to stay out here all night and kind of sit on the property because we don't want any trouble. Because it's going to be dark out here, and as soon as the fire department leaves, it's kind of wide open building. So we're going to stay out here all night.
And we've seen Dominion power crews moving in and out. I'm told that they're trying to cut the power to those power lines across the street and also cut the power to the inside of this building so firefighters can go in there and collect computers, laptops, things like that, other valuables for the people, the members of this church. For now, live in Chesapeake, I'm Anthony Sabella, News 3.
Anthony, thank you. Well, some areas really got hammered hard with flooding. Take a look at these pictures from downtown Suffolk. You can see how the waters reached the front steps of some of the businesses there.
We've gotten some pretty amazing pictures throughout the night. Check this one out. You can see what appears to be a tornado spotted near the Jordan Bridge in Chesapeake.
Many homes hit hard by these storms. This is a picture of a home on Rock Lake Loop in Virginia Beach. You can see the siding ripped off of two of the homes in this photo.
And that's where our team coverage continues right now. News 3's Margaret Kavanaugh joins us live. So Margaret, neighbors are seeing a ton of damage from this storm.
Yeah, it looked like a war zone when we first pulled into this neighborhood a few hours ago. Debris like this all over the place. It's on the sidewalks. It's on people's property all over, including, take a look at this house. There's 12 homes, according to the fire department, that have been condemned because of the intensity and the damage. You can see all of the damage on this home. Several of them look like this in this neighborhood. The rain is coming down again tonight, which is the last thing these people need after the beating they took earlier today. A normal Friday evening turned into a scene out of a movie. Stacy Cooper was home with her 21-year-old daughter at around 6:30 when all of a sudden
I could hear the wind and we heard glass shatter and we could feel the pressure in the house and all the debris hitting the house, and we could feel the pressure changing in the house, and it was terrifying.
Her car got banged up and is destroyed. The windows smashed in, trees on the front yard, and debris all over the place. The kitchen window also smashed in, and debris inside the refrigerator.
When the wind came and broke our kitchen window, it just came in, and like I said, it even opened our refrigerator door and just threw debris. We have siding in our kitchen from other people's houses, like a couple different kinds of siding. There's like someone's ductwork in my front seat right now. So there's just debris everywhere.
The whole block had all kinds of damage in this section of Virginia Beach.
And that's when I told him we got to get in the bathtub. And then we looked at the door and all we could see is debris was flying and the path was coming this way.
Many people spent hours trying to clean up this mess.
Yes, like this is my neighbor's tree that's laying in my yard, and my mailbox is gone.
But I've got a lot of repair work to do now. So.
But just glad that nobody's hurt. And at this hour, you can still hear people working on their homes. There's saws out here, even in the rain with hammers, people trying to board up their windows and their doors, trying to fix what happened out here, even this late at night. And we know a lot of people have a lot of hard work to do this weekend. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.
And buildings weren't the only thing getting tossed around in this storm. Take a look at this, a trampoline caught in the power lines. This was taken behind a home on Cedar Road in Chesapeake.
And check this out. What you are looking at appears to be a funnel cloud in Virginia Beach. A News 3 viewer sent us this video from near Oceana. Due to our commitment to keeping you safe and aware during tonight's storms, we were unable to show MacGyver during its regular showtime. If you want to see tonight's episode, we'll be airing it starting at 2:07 a.m.
And coming up at 11, we're going to take a look at a few of our top stories tonight,
including a man accused of killing his estranged wife. The disturbing new details we learned in court today.
That's right, plus an armed robbery at a local restaurant, how the crooks got in, and where the employees ran to in order to find help.
Plus, North Carolina has been to the Final Four 20 times, but the Heels have to get adjusted to this year's setting. A report from Arizona ahead in the locker room.
And here in the Elephant Insurance First Warning Weather Center, April and I were tracking storms tonight that brought 4 and even 5 inches of rain. And we've got more April showers on the way, maybe even some thunderstorms. That's coming up in your First Warning Storm Team forecast.